From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Hogan, and his first look is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the man from nearby Baton Rouge. It's the LSU star Darius Geis. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Hogan. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Hogan now. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Leopard!
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On 3rd down, Hogan. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Gone, 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 gone. Here we go now. Boom,
Off the play fake. Hogan. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Leopard, leopard. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They run it here with Thompson. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Gone, 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 gone.
From the gun, Hogan. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Ready, ready.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
on second down, Kamara. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. In
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready. We're waiting. Come on, get set, get set. Switch it. Ready, set.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, guys, check me out. Ready? We waiting? Ready, start. Alert 3. Hey, easy. Mike's by 4. Get set.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Kerrigan, the former Purdue Boilermaker, making some noise there.
And do you realize in the last 5 years that only Chandler Jones of Arizona has more sacks in the NFL than Ryan Kerrigan?
Yeah, you don't think of Kerrigan in that light a lot of times.
No, but you should, because he is tough to block. And not only does he get sacks, he creates a lot of forced fumbles as well.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
We're waiting.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
3 down. Ready.
They'll run here with Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Ready. We're waiting. Come on, get set. Watch the whip.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Leopard! Leopard!
Operating from the gun, Hogan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Good set, good set, good set. Right there, 54, right there.
On the carry, this is Scott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
go. 21, 21. Ready.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Ready. Ready.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, was his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready. Yellow weighty.
To throw is Breeze. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Leopard! Leopard!
Everyone got 4 down. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
On first down, Hogan got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
We got 3, fellas. We got ready. You ready?
On first down, Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Alert, alert. 3 down. Ready. Yellow waiting,
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Ready. We're waiting. Ready, my shot.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Throwing on first down. Hogan. And his pass incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Stop your whining.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now Hogan. Setting up the screen to Kelly. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Ready. Blue 90. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Attack.
Breeze to throw on second down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Hogan, an incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Whew, didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Throwing again. Hogan looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the gun, Hogan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ready. We're waiting.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, here's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Breeze now on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready. We're waiting.
The final shot before half for Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Ready. We're waiting. Mike's 54.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ready. We're lining.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Check.
Now Breeze. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and 5. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Waiting.
Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They convert on third with a gain of 22. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, ready. We waiting. Ready for second.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
We got three, fellas. We got ready. We're lining. Wait tight.
To throw, it's Breeze. And Watson has it right side. And he gets it down to the 32. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. We waiting. Kill. Scared. Wait tight.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey. 4 down. 56, come on, boys, 56.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Barney! Check 43!
They'll try and get it with Geis, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ready? You waiting? Ready, what's that?
Breeze now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got 3 down.
On 2nd down, Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch 41,
Shotgun now for Breeze. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Check, Patriot!
56 Mike.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
Leopard! Gun!
Mike's 56.
Gun!
To throw on 2nd down. Hogan, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Redskins on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Hogan. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready. Set.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Hey. Ready. Yellow waiting.
Here's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this. 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Easy. Ready. Yellow waiting. 56.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Ready. 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 Push that.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Lutz puts this one through. And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, Hogan. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
All right, here we go. Green.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Room to run past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
4 down. Check.
On 1st down, Hogan. On the crossing route, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Leopard!
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down.
This is Geis, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Leopard!
Now a run with Geis. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third down and 12.
Gun! All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, Hogan going for it all. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here we go. Come on, get set, get set. Tight end right. 3 down.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Tight end right. Easy. Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze going to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
3 down. Ready. Yellow lady. Where's son? Pick it up.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Sammy. Ready. Yellow lady.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. run it again with Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here we go. We got three, fellas. Ready. Blue 90.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Alert. Ready. You waiting?
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Ready. Yellow lady. Ready, set.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2, and they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.